I want to address a very major misconception in the Christian theology. A lot of you say, why not concentrate on your African spirituality? But I have to fix this. You know the Bible, that was Ephesians what? Ephesians 6 verse something like that. He said, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against what? Principalities and powers. And when you hear this portion, the next thing that comes into the mind of the average Christian, even most pastor, you hear things, every principality and power against my life and my family, fall down and die, die, die. You need to understand this, that portion of the Bible is not talking about whatever. You know, he said wickedness in high places. When you hear the word principalities and power, wickedness in high places, it has nothing to do with demonic powers or what you call your ancestral powers that are against you. No, that's not it. What it means here is powers of authorities in government. When you hear the word principality, what comes to your mind? You think is that he said, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against what? Principalities and powers. And when you hear this portion, the next thing that comes into the mind of the average Christian, even most pastor, you hear things, every principality and power against my life and my family, fall down and die, die, die. You need to understand this, that portion of the Bible is not talking about whatever. You know, he said wickedness in high places. When you hear the word principalities and power, wickedness in high places, it has nothing to do with demonic powers or what you call your ancestral powers that are against you. No, that's not it. What it means here is powers of authorities in government. When you hear the word principality, what comes to your mind? You think it's a winch is flying. Principality is an area that is controlled by a prince or a princess. Yes, that's the normal definition. But the context of that portion is, as a child of God, that which believe in the essence of God, your major contention is not your brother that is dragging land with you. It's not your brother that is doing well or better than you. It's not your wife that you asked to cook and he didn't cook on time. You start beating your wife, hating on your brother, killing your fellow brothers. Your major contention is those that are in power, the president, the governor, the senators, that have refused to do that which they are supposed to do as leaders to create an enabling life or environment for all of us. So theology, the Christian theology, make you leave them to live the wayward life, eating our money, eating the road contract, eating the educational contract, eating health and care. Our children die. A woman will go to the hospital. There are no good medical health facilities. There are no good schools. The roads are bad. More than 30% of deaths are caused by road accidents. Other percentage are lack of what? Good medical health care. Who is responsible? Your leaders. It's a wickedness in high places. It has nothing to do with demonism. So they make you fight your ancestors, fight demons. Did you know that demons help people? I go to the waters to pray. Do you know how many demons that come to witness my prayers? And they will answer a share. On my way to Abuja, I was in the sky, and I saw a Domakoma flying at the other side of the jet. A few 5 seconds, he left. About 3 minutes later, we entered the strong turbulence. And also my wife said, relax, Odomakoma is with us. Somebody from Ghana will look at Odomakoma and be doing what? Bind you. Every spirit, bind. I landed Abuja. 3 deities, though those were not welcoming, they fight me. Say, wait till they carry me come Abuja. So the people you're supposed to fight is not in witches. Because let me tell you, if the government provide good roads, gives police good payment, police will not be shooting people along the road. Though. If there are everything good, which will not even disturb us again. The tell you say which not the American. The which when the American are to fight people. No. The which when the American are to increase their what? Spirituality. So the people you are supposed to fight and wrestle against are those in the government. There is never a nation that stood without the citizens standing up to say, this is what we need. If the citizens refuse to stand, that's where you see where very dark man is being what? Oppressed. That's where you see Nnamdi Kanu there, rotting there. That's why you see a lot of activists. Fella is no more. I just started to announce and I go see come for me. But my fellow Christians, wrestling against flesh and blood is you hating on your neighbor, trying to make him feel uncomfortable. If you beating your wife because he didn't do what you do, is you abusing your husband, is you going into money ritual to kill people. Why would you want to kill another person's child because you want to make money, when you can tell the government, say, give us good road? There is no way we have good road, good transportation, good light, good power, good education, and somebody wants to go and do ritual. There is no way we have a lot of fine houses and the government are paying the citizen to survive, that somebody wants to go and look for something else. For you wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, the government, against powers, wickedness in high places. For somebody is giving a contract of 1 billion to tie a number kilometer of road, decided to use the most lowest quality of coal tar in making the road. Is it not killing people? Is that not wickedness? How can somebody use a whole 100 million naira to build a chapel in Isoko land? 100 million, that was what they said. I don't know. You guys can correct me. 100 million naira to build a chapel where they are going to pray. Whereas there are no street lights in Ole. There are no street lights in Ozoro. In Otiye, the people are gathering money to help the young girl that saw 1,000 naira during the Otiye, the Ekrovie inter-house sport. For you wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and power, against wickedness in high places. It's the government. It has nothing to do with demons. Thank you. Let me drop this ball.